Hi, I'm Nate and you're watching Photolearningism. Wanted to do another review this time around, exploring the idea of the Zeadio stabilizing hand grip and just kind of see, does it add value? Does it enhance your ability to tell stories and do complex shots? The results might shock you. Let's check it out. So once again, I'm Nate. This is Photolearningism. Thank you so much for joining in. If this is your first time here, thank you so much. I do a lot of work on this channel to surface the cheap or free art technologies so that you can know about them and make good use of them. Thanks for being here. So once again, we're going to take a look at the Zeadio stabilizing hand grip. And really what it's meant to do is it's meant to put a DSLR camera right here to be mounted and to give you some enhanced control over how you carry it and control the shot and do things with it. So I ran a few field tests doing action shots, because this is supposed to be for action, and let's just see how this shook out. All right. So I tried a shot here, a simple truck in, and keeping in mind that the ground in my backyard is pretty uneven, this is not going to be a video stabilizing device, okay? It's meant to give you a better grip, to give you some better control, but if you're walking on bumpy, uneven ground, the shot's just going to have some wobble to it, all right? So this is the no grip, walking in, handheld, and then by comparison with grip, there we go, and they actually look very, very similar. There's a little less float with the stabilizer, and I think the reason for that may actually be, number one, is a little bit of practice on my part, and two is that I was first exploring it, carrying it in kind of this orientation, which is actually a little awkward. I found the better way to do it is actually just doing it this way, and the camera sits right about here, and I was holding onto the camera and driving it that way, and I felt like I got a lot more control out of it that way. So this shot, not really any noticeable, like, super obvious difference there between the two shots. So from that one shot, we can draw all our conclusions. No, I'm kidding. That would be terrible, right? That would be a terrible review. Let's go to the next shot, and let's see here. So this is a kind of a starting pivot shot, panning over, staying out of focus, nice and dreamy to fade into something else ideally. This is handheld. It actually came out pretty clean. I was pretty impressed with myself. And then with the grip, really about the same. Not a whole lot of difference there. This is where I started to figure out holding that grip sideways, and you'll start to see this is where it starts to enhance the shot ability. This is no grip, just doing it handheld, and you'll see how I kind of float in and out of focus a lot because this is a very tight shot and I'm trying to move around it as best I can. That's already a difficult thing when the focal plane is so, the depth of field is so shallow, but I was able to maintain that same idea using the grip sideways, and that actually worked out pretty good. Let's drag through those one more time. Without grip, and then with. I'm moving around it, and it stays in reasonable focus. So that I was pretty pleased with. This idea here again, I tried another kind of running truck shot here. Again, this is going to come down to just kind of practice and really how steady you are. There's not going to be a whole lot to be gained in these kinds of shots, as you'll see here. This is me just no grip, holding it, running with the camera, coming to an end where I felt like it would end appropriately, and then with the grip, still the same kind of wobble, little less horizontal, but that's really it, is that I kind of had to come down to, you do gain the best benefit, for me anyway, when I carried it sideways, when I had a hand on the camera controls and doing it sideways, because that kind of feels more like the stabilizer grip. When you move, when you do things, it puts your hands more apart. It feels like there's a lot more flexibility for mobility when you move yourself and try to keep in control. And for that, I feel like there's some good possibilities with this. I do believe it's a little awkward. Coming out of the box, you kind of intuitively want to carry it this way. And I think that's kind of a mistake, unless you're going to be like hanging this over a bridge or something, which could be interesting. That you might want to do if you're going to be doing like a very slow pan underneath something. I didn't try that, probably should have, But yeah, for the kinds of action shots, remember that was what this is advertised to do. That's what I was trying to demonstrate, and for that it comes down to a bit of handling, and I think you do get some good flexibility and control keeping it at that wider stance. So I will put a link in the description below if you're kind of curious to go check this out. It was inexpensive, and I think it'll add some extra flair to when I go shoot things. So I'm looking forward to playing around with this some more. I do hope that's helpful. Again, this is the Zeadio video, I think it's called the Action Video Stabilizer. So I'll put the link as I promised for that, and you can go have a look and check things out. If this was helpful for you, and I hope at least interesting, please do give me a thumbs up. Also, subscribe if you haven't done that already. I have a very special video coming out next week covering a brand new product. It's going to be awesome. Don't miss it. Come back next week and check it out. Otherwise, this has been fantastic. Do ask questions, do leave comments, and not just for me, but for the whole community. This is a community of learners, of like-minded creators, and I really love it when we lean on each other and ask each other questions about our own experiences, because that's what makes us stronger together. Thanks again for spending your time with me, and I will see you at that next video. Don't miss it. Hi, I'm Nate, and you're watching Photolearningism. Wanted to look at another product today. Wanted to take I just whacked the microphone, didn't I? Okay, let's try that again.